There's a woman living in a tiny mountain village in Guangxi, China, who says she remembers her past life. And not in that I think I used to be a fisherman kind of way. I mean, she remembers the moment she died, the moment she left her body, and the moment her soul split into 6 identical versions of herself. She says she watched them, 6 copies, same face, same clothes, same everything, standing around her lifeless body, like they were deciding what to do next. 4 of them walked off to reincarnate somewhere else. 1 stayed behind to guard her old grave, and the last one, that's the one she says became her current life. And here's the part that really makes people stop and stare. Her past life and her present life happened in the same village. She literally grew up walking past the house where she says she used to live. She even met her past life husband. Imagine being a kid and telling a grown man, "Hey, I used to be your wife." Yeah, that's where this story begins. She was lying in bed with this sharp, twisting pain in her stomach. The kind that makes you break out in cold sweat. She tried to call for help, but her voice wouldn't come out. Then the room changed. The air got heavy. The shadows stretched across the walls. And suddenly, the temperature dropped. Like someone opened a door to winter. That's when she saw him. An old man with a long white beard, standing in the doorway. Behind him were 5 men, dressed in traditional Dong-style clothing, their faces calm, almost emotionless. She says she felt her body go weightless, like someone unplugged her from gravity. She turned around, and saw her own body, still lying on the bed. The old man didn't speak. He just lifted his hand, and pointed toward the door. And without thinking, she followed him. She says she wasn't scared, because all 6 versions of her soul were standing there with her, like a strange, silent family. She describes the afterlife as a place covered in glowing fog. Not darkness, not fire, just this endless mist that made it impossible to tell if she was walking through mountains, clouds, or something in between. She followed the old man across 3 stone bridges. The first bridge felt warm, like sunlight on your skin. The second was colder, the fog thicker, the sound of water louder. By the time she reached the 3rd bridge, she says the stones felt icy under her feet. On that last bridge, one of the escorts handed her a small gourd filled with soup. She didn't need anyone to explain. She thought it was the legendary soup that erases your memories before reincarnation. She hesitated for a moment, then drank the whole thing. But here's the twist. She remembers everything anyway. Every detail, every moment, every bridge. So either the soup didn't work, or she wasn't supposed to forget. She says she stayed in the afterlife for 8 months. And during that time, she saw something that completely changed how she thought about death. It was Qingming Festival. Her family burned paper money for her, the kind people burn for ancestors. She watched the ashes rise into the sky, and then fall into the afterlife, like glowing snowflakes. When the ashes touched the ground, they turned into crisp, usable money. She took the money, and walked to what she calls the afterlife market. Shops built on empty patches of land, selling clothes, shoes, fish, meat, even small tools. Not fancy, just simple, practical things. She bought a pair of shoes for 20 ghost coins. Says they felt so light, it was like walking on wind. The way she describes it, the smells, the sounds, the people. It's so detailed that even skeptics lean in a little closer. 8 months later, she felt something pulling her. Not physically, more like a deep emotional tug, as if someone was calling her name. Without speaking, she instantly knew. A woman in her village was about to give birth, and that woman would become her new mother. She says she rushed toward the pull, moved through the fog, and dove straight into the woman's belly. The next thing she remembers is opening her eyes in a delivery room, crying like any newborn. But the memories didn't stay buried. At 2 years old, they started coming back. Faces, names, places, even the exact location of her past life grave. And yes, she eventually met her past life husband. She says he froze when she called him by a nickname only his late wife used. So what do? With a story like this, we can't prove the 6 souls. We can't prove the bridges. We can't prove the afterlife market. But southern China has a long history of multi-soul beliefs. And stories like this appear in different villages, different cultures, different centuries. Maybe it's folklore. Maybe it's memory. Maybe it's something we don't have the tools to explain yet. But when someone says they remember dying, splitting into 6 souls, shopping in the afterlife, and being reborn in the same village, you don't forget a story like that. And whether you believe her or not, you can't deny one thing: it's one hell of a story.